So, as expected, he is at Eylau. Push forward with his units here, so we've got a lot of bodies in and around Eylau. He's following up this time with some guns. He attacked anywhere he could around here. He's moved his cavalry back, but he seems to be withdrawing, so he's losing the fight around this area. Thank God for that. Up here, he's moved some more cavalry up towards the ridgeline at Althoff, whatever you want to call it. Around the windmill knoll, there is quite a few troops coming. He's got these guys, they could probably go either way. But he does have some troops here, so I'm hoping that we'll be able to withstand that. I have that cavalry here for that gap. Might have to bring 1 or 2 units down from Eylau itself. We'll see how we get on defending it. Maybe a turn or two will give us a better idea. Around here, these poor guys got hit very hard with artillery. Oh yeah, artillery was the usual, maybe not full barrage. I think that's maybe because his own units are blocking line of sight in Eylau. But any gun that pretty much could fire on something fired. So that massed artillery is slowly but surely taking its toll. Up here, he just sort of moved cavalry around. These poor grenadier chevals here. They've been hit very hard. Bless them. That's my own fault. I feel like I've wasted the guard cavalry a little bit. They had to do something and get involved. They haven't saved the day. It hasn't been spectacular. It's not been heroic. It's been gritty. But they've got involved just basically so they could buy me a little bit of time to move other units around towards Mellenkheim and Beckharten, and remember he surprised us with Klein Sausgarten a few turns ago. This battery up here, luckily it seemed to be a lot of indirect fire, just because I'm starting to move my guard cavalry out of the way to rest and regroup. Other than that, nothing major really. These guys got fired upon by the guns up there, but they're not disordered, so they're going to have a go there in a second. And it looks like he's getting a big defensive line here. That was another thing that happened here. I take it that's Bennigsen or his staff or both. They appeared, and so this is going to be a tough nut to crack. Good news is though, it hasn't got a lot of numbers here. And the other thing is, all these guns. He hasn't turned them round yet, but if he does, got to be careful. So we've got to be a little bit careful. Move everybody. They're isolated. Got to move everybody slowly and surely in protection. Excuse me. Bring some troops up from South Halland to maybe hit them on the side there. Best way to attack guns. Okay, head on is pretty much suicidal, but as you saw earlier, he's been doing it in Eylau, and it was pretty successful. Russians didn't break. Well, not until eventually, not until I had to bring troops up to sort of get some hand-to-hand combat in. But if you can hit batteries from the side and forward, or from both flanks, and just keep them guessing, especially if it's heavy guns, where if he's got to turn them round, he loses the chance to fire them on that turn. Horse artillery, they can move and fire in the same turn, but they tend to be not as big guns, maybe 6-pounders rather than the 8, 9 and 12-pounders. So swings and roundabouts on that one. So I'll get everybody moved into a position to attack or defend, and see you in a few. Right, yeah, quite a bit sorted out on that one. Move these skirmishers up, try and get them unrouted, and let's fly wagon. So I've got a bit of a bottleneck up here now in Althoff, and all that cavalry there. So got a little bit of time. What are we on? 10:51. So what I'm going to do is bring my artillery forward, set it up in and around Althoff, put some troops up there. Is a victory point, so we'll grab that and basically fortify Althoff. Get that artillery there. Once the division, the infantry are in position, move my cavalry around the back and up to where these hussars and random mixed cavalry, I need to sort them out. But that's the plan. So I'm going to fortify Althoff, put some guns up in front on this high ground. It's a nice position overlooking there. See some infantry there now as well. I don't know if they're not guard. They look a little bit like guard troops, but they're not guard. And then move the artillery. Cavalry up through this wide open space here. It's nice cavalry ground there. Once they get over the river, maybe hide them away a bit until they undisorder and rest up. Down here then, this is the first place we'll be able to actually have some combat resolution. So I'm going to straight in these troops, charge these guns head on. Good, we push them back. These guys here, quite a lot of troops, but I think, are they ready as well? Yeah. So you're wait 1 second. I know. Okay, yeah, so they're gonna melee, as are these guys, minus that skirmisher. We'll try it. Nice attack. They're disordered, so they're not going anywhere. We've got a colonel here, so it's not quite meleeing. I don't feel so bad. Disordered skirmishers can take leaders. Good. Who can we fire on with artillery? A big bunch of chaps there, so we'll have a go at them. This unit can see these guys. This has been a very unsuccessful attack for him. Very costly up here. Lots of routed cavalry there, look. Lots of routed troops as well. Good. What else can we do? They've meleeed, they're disordered. This gun here, who can they see? These guys down in the ravine. Ooh. Heavy. Okay, so I think that's about it up this end. We've got any cavalry that can charge? Yeah, these hussars. How many have we got there? Not many, so they should do alright. Come on, Guyot. Okay, they don't win that one. They are disordered. Move some cavalry up as well. No, so they can stay as they are. They're going to get hit by guns next time, but we had to take those guns, so I think it was worthwhile. So round here, okay, there's not many, but we will have a go. Just because we need to try and clear up this, maybe free some troops up just in case they are needed in Eylau. Oh, that's good. I won't bring them round. Right. These light troops, I'm going to put them in line just because they're knackered. If I was playing proper house rules with my other opponents, they're at 27% strength now, and we say after a certain percentage their combat effectiveness is useless. You'd have to double them up. There has to be a leader there. Unless they're a guard unit you can fight with 1% if they're still there. But regular line troops and light troops and stuff, if they go below 30%, we say they're not effective unless a leader's there, and you double them up with other units as well, just to have an effective combat force. 26%, yeah, borderline, absolute borderline. Right, let's get straight into the defence of Eylau then. That was nice. Started moving the guard up and around, just because they're going to be needed this time, pretty much from the off. I'm not going to charge them though. Skirmishers here, so you'll have to deal with those skirmishers. These are guard units, so the old guard is straight in there. What we'll do as well, excuse me, put them into line for firepower whilst we still have the ability to use our muskets. 400 and 600, so definitely these guys. Nice. I think what we'll do as well, this guard unit up here, lots of leaders up there, the general division of Hussar as well. Just bring one of those units, leaders back, I think. Not going to risk losing them all. Bit overkill. Colonel Anonymous from the Grenadiers. So, 200, 600, so definitely these guys. Okay, we can fire with these 9 troops actually. For the guard anyway. So 2 guns here, and then we'll go at them. And have we received any opportunity fire yet? I don't know, I think we have. Okay, there we have. And then again on these units. So Because again, it's been a very costly attacking for him again. But he does have the numbers, and he's been very rash with them. Move these line troops up, just to give us a little bit more protection around this windmill knoll. We do have some troops in line here. What's we got there? Oh, not many at all, so okay. I forgot, we got Marshal Ogoro here. Okay, there he is. So with his 7th Corps, so we'll bring him in there, and hopefully he'll be able to bolster this attack around here. We got some skirmishes to protect those guns, not a lot. I think what we'll do is just bring these skirmishes in. Okay. Yeah, give them a little bit of protection. So, hopefully that's a bit of a strong point. I started to move these troops up, but they got fired upon, disrupted, and didn't have the legs to actually get on this side of these troops here. But we do have these guys, so I'll do it with them instead. Okay, also don't have the legs. What we've got around here, continue moving people away from these guns. I thought about attacking here now, but the problem is, look, it's in the crossfire between this battery of 8 guns and this 4 guns either side. So, priority, I brought these troops forward, there's 1,000 of them. Can we get a leader up there? Let's get LeBron up there if you can. And try, desperately, to take that battery. Let's try, let's go. Good, that's good news. These guys, there's a gun there as well. Not too bad. Who can they see? And again. This battery has... No, they haven't fired. Can't really see anyone. Of course artillery will turn them around, but that doubled up unit up there. That good. These guys haven't got the angle. Okay, that's them gone. Up there. So, these guys are all wrecked. They're all tired. They're all not low strength, but they need to rest up. Don't really want to be using them unless I absolutely have to, but that means I haven't got anything down here for this attack. Got these guys here. I'm going to slowly bring them forward. I think it's going to be a bit of a job actually taking this high ground as well. It's quite a good position. He's got a lot of troops pretty much everywhere, but he doesn't have a lot of numbers. This is that's going to hopefully hold us in good stead. Okay, it's leader of the artillery, but kind of need a leader. Gives a bit of influence, even if it's not what a brigadier general would. Why didn't you attack me? Yowzers. Okay, that artillery moved forward. I unlimbered this, so it's good to go. Who can they see? So you got hardly any men at all. Good. Right, this square. Oh, I should have maybe fired on the square for good. Who can they see? Not the square. Never mind. I've got them. So, just to try and get rid of the square, it's absolutely peeing me off. We're going to have a go with 2 units. Both the leaders. One's quite tired. Double pronged attack, the other one's quite tired as well, so we're on about 1,000 men against about 600. That square's been going all day, they must be wrecked. I guarantee, well I don't guarantee, but I'd say we're unlikely to win this. Might push them back, but I don't think we'll destroy them. Anyway, okay. Where do we get to? So round here, it kind of looks at first glance that I don't have as much cavalry as I did initially. That's just because I took the opportunity, I started last time, and it was a bit boring to watch, but just sort out some decent stacks with numbers under 300. So That's what I did there. There's no point doing it piecemeal. Get them all onto the high ground, get them all ready, facing, they're all facing the same way. Yeah, ready for a charge next time. And no use. So hopefully they will be able to be used next time. Guard cavalry, trying to get them out of the way as best I can. It's slow and steady. But these poor guys in front of this bloody artillery. I moved these guys forward, one man, okay, but just attack them from the rear, just on the off chance that I'm going to get that battery. Okay, that didn't work. But that was worth a risk. That was worth a risk. I don't think I've got much else that can actually bring them up to secure. Okay, I will have a go at the side of these guys. And lost the momentum. Just, more than anything, just sacrifice these guys rather than the guard cavalry, if I can. I got a lady there, kind of anonymous, into there. Brought this artillery forward, so hopefully next turn, oh, we've got some here actually. Hopefully next turn we'll be able to start using more and more artillery and taking away some more of their cavalry. They've been hit heavy as well. We'll have a look at numbers in a second. So I don't think, movement wise, there's an awful lot more this turn I can do. So there's a bit of a gap there in that southern flank. So I'll move that cavalry around and they're going to have to sort out this cavalry. Or his cavalry there, try and get them out of the way, get my guard cavalry out of the way. Some troops here, so see what we got. Yeah, so as it was, Eylau will hopefully stand out in and protect Eylau. The attack up here is faltering from him. We've got a plan for up the north end, going around the top of Eylau with our cavalry. Setting up some battery and using that as a jump off point for attacking Prussians up here then. Right, send that over to him and see you on the next one. Right, turn 52, and in his reply to email when he sent this turn back, he said, what's he doing wrong? Why can't he win? What's he not doing right? I don't want to give him too much advice, but again, like I said before in another video, I really don't mind helping someone out, especially especially if they're sort of new to the series, or you know they're not sure how to play. It's not cheating. I'm not going to get any advantage over it or anything like that. I made a mistake, I think, and I told him, first of all, you're using your artillery like the Second World War. You know, you keep your artillery back. You should bring it maybe forward, help your guys out. Get it guns into position, because they don't have the range of World War II guns, you know. There's no combined arms. You're attacking solely with cavalry, and it's all sort of a little bit piecemeal, hodgepodge. Wherever you've got units, you'll attack. And you've sent infantry in without any support. Okay, you've got guns here this time, but generally, throughout the game so far, it's been very much hodgepodge, piecemeal. But that's not bad for me. That's not bad for me at all. And yeah, I'd say use a little bit more combined arm tactics if you want. It's up to you. You can sort out your cavalry, find a space, get some infantry there, get some guns together, and use all three arms to then attack me. But I am going to continue with my plan in the meantime as well. So he didn't really do too much this turn. He attacked in this area north of Eylau with anything he could. We fought off some attacks that he made down this end somewhere. Those light troops, they copped it a little bit from a lot of guns. There was quite a barrage. He went forward, he cleared some skirmish line, my line of skirmishers out here. He attacked the guard here, came off worse. Round the windmill knoll, around this area, he pushed off units from here. And yeah, they've routed there and they've routed there. So he's there in force. He managed to get into the windmill knoll itself and threatened Marshal Oggerel. So we're going to have to sort that mess out. We're going to have to, I think we're going to have to charge with this cavalry. onto the side of that. It's a lot of troops there, but we need a bit of help. We've got these guys I've started bringing up as well. Around here, he fired on with some guns. They copped a lot there. They copped a lot there. And he set up more and more lines of infantry up here. Quite successful with the cavalry. Poor guard cavalry. We still haven't routed though. Fair play to them. But they copped it. Oh, they have. They have. Beg your. Oh, that was dragoons. They were the ones that attacked those guns before. But these guys have copped it. As have. Oh, look at that. Oh, 3 left. Shame, real shame. I had high hopes for the guard cavalry. They've done their job, but I've just sort of thrown them away. If this was a campaign game and I needed them for the next battle, I'd have been a lot more reserved with them. But that's the good thing, could you say good thing, about these standalone battles. You can be a lot more aggressive, because after they sit the last turn, or when you shake hands or something, that's it. You don't need them again. But in a campaign game, you arrive at the next campaign with all these losses. He'd feel them certainly more than I would. But you can't throw away your troops, certainly as I have, and certainly as he has in this one. Right, so on that note, I'm going to get moving, move everybody into an attacking position that I can, and get back to you. Right, turn 52. Still in turn 52, combat resolution now. I started moving my cavalry around now, because the infantry are starting to arrive. Excuse me, up here, so north end, up towards the Prussians. Let me just get up there. So around Eylau here, started to unlimber some artillery. Won't be good until the next turn. I was saying that's horse artillery, so we can crack straight on with that. But it does look like he's sort of has the same, well, not same idea, but he looks like he is going round to meet them. But he has artillery here. We saw some, Prussian infantry there now. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm happy for a few turns just to sit back and let the artillery do the job. I haven't done that for a while. He's done that a lot. He's used a lot of his artillery, but I haven't really set up some ground batteries. It's all been sort of defensive rather than offensive. So when these guys are in position, I've got another battery coming up somewhere here. Get into position, fortify Eylau, and let the artillery do some of the work for a change, and just let my cavalry rest. And okay, these are fresh infantry, but especially the cavalry, they've got to rest. They have been busy pretty much all game. Round here we should have some artillery able to fire. Okay, it's not worth it. That's not worth it. Yeah, got a few up there, so we'll go for something up there. Anything here? These guys can fire on these guys. Counter fire from back there. These guys can also see this. They can. They can. That's nice. And I think we do have a little bit of cavalry that's going across the river. Just a hop hole. Yeah, we'll have a crack. Probably won't be the best. Okay, not too bad. This cavalry, yeah, we've got a leader somewhere with them. Yeah, we'll get Colonel Anonymous in on it. And Cuirassier charge. That should be, there's only about 10 of them. Okay, good. And what we'll do now is bring some cavalry forward in the same way. Ready for the next turn. So I'll do it in 1 or 2 lines, just so there's a bit of space for other cavalry to get through, and if they rout, they're not going to get in and disturb anyone. So bring that in. Okay, so they fired. Round here, we're going to go for that gun. I don't want to get too far into the Russian lines, so we'll have a go there. They are pretty tired as well. Where was that from? Where was that from? There. Okay, it was a good attack though, so it was worthwhile. These guys here. Bit of a messy attack. Tell you what, I might bring them down more towards more towards Eylau, because Eylau were a little bit thin. I've siphoned off some troops to deal with the windmill knoll. Let's get these guys in. Still going. Strong troops, these Russians. My understanding was, apart from their guard units, there's a lot of sort of militia, and look at all those leaders. That's why they're not going anywhere. Where can these guys? Yeah, their troops weren't that great. Nice. So they can come back next time. I should have thought of that at the start. Never mind. What else have we got here? These artillery. Nice. Guard. Don't think they'll be able to see anyone. No. I brought some other guard units up just to create some good, strong hexes. I've got people in column and line. Hopefully they'll sort themselves out next time. They've got leaders there. I just didn't want him to break. Like he did last time, everybody was sort of singled up and everybody, all his units just plowed through them. He had big old stacks, 2, 3 battalions in one stack, you know, sort of at least 1,000 troops, and they broke pretty easily. So we got 400 odds and 500 odds. So have a go there. Nice. And we've got some units in line, not a lot though. And they're disordered, but seem to be breaking this attack up. It doesn't seem to be as successful as the last one. Famous last words that. You've seen next time he'll be back here somewhere. They can fire a little bit far for them. Sort of on the limit of musket range. We have some reserves there. That's Napoleon somewhere. Yeah, that's Napoleon and his marines. So he's there. He's running the show. Command radius. If we have a look, don't think we'll be able to see it. Oh, selecting that'll help. 45 hexes. Yeah, that's his command radius. So no issue there at all. But I'd like to think the closer he is, then the more influence he will have. I don't think that's the case though. Not entirely sure. Okay, that was good. And we'll fire with these guys. I think it's short in line, so I did bring a unit there. We could actually extend that line. Just because I brought those light troops in just to protect the guns. There wasn't a lot of infantry around to protect that battery. Hence why I just brought in a unit with that's at 30%. Got guns there. We'll see. Right, here we need to try and sort something out because they broke through. Funnily enough, I brought the infantry forward. They ran out of points to try and get out of the way. I wanted them on the road facing this way behind them, but now I've blocked off my cavalry for the next turn. So what I did with the cavalry is turn them around. So if they did break somewhere here, they'll be able to come around, or excuse me, be in a position to charge from the off. That's the plan. Kind of anonymous. You lead this charge in. I don't have much hope for it because what, 800-900 troops. Right from the side with the leader. Okay, good, good. These guys here can't go anywhere. Not sure what we're going to do about them. They broke through. We could lose these guns, but I think rather than lose a turn firing, it'd be better to fire into this mass here at point blank range. Wasn't the best. Really wasn't the best. And use my skirmishers to fire on the flank of these guys. You never know. I'm bringing some troops around slowly but surely, and we'll see what we can do. do have a chance of a blizzard as well. 33% they say chance of a blizzard in the next turn or so. So that will help. The troops managed to bring these guys up. They're ordered, but they got quite a lot of fatigue. But as you probably know by now, I always take a little bit more of a risk when it comes to artillery because of things like that. We took that battery. That's good news. That's good news. Now these guys are knackered. 64% strength. And they're sort of in the middle there. Okay, that's not the end of the world. We've got these guys and these guys. Push forward other side of the river there. Good, it worked. See, I've got a lot of disordered units sort of hiding out in ravines and stuff at the minute. Just so our artillery is going to do some of the work for us. Same here. Actually, no, it's not worth it. Better go in here. And they can have a shot over there, one of these batteries. And the battery can go off on them. Now these guns can't actually see much for a few turns now, so I will start bringing those forwards. This battery can see nobody apart from up here, and he has got some troops in with them, so we'll have a go at them. Put this artillery forwards, and we'll have a go at these guys. Again, I'm not going to try and take this high ground right from the start. I'm going to allow my troops to rest, get a lot of artillery up, and let the artillery do the job. He hasn't. It's the one place he hasn't actually got much artillery apart from over here. He's got 12 guns there. He's got a gun. He's got a battery in there, and just everything on the west side. Over here, he's got a big battery over in Baycarton. But we'll get to that eventually. Biggest concern over here is this bloody cavalry. But to that end, let's just finish off with any artillery that we can. Another gun ready for next time they are fired. Yeah, see, everybody's disordered. I'm just letting them rest. Stop them getting bunched up. And okay. So a lot of infantry here is just tired, disordered. They need a bit of a rest. Let the artillery soften up this high ground because he doesn't have great big numbers here. Okay, over here he does a bit. But let the artillery do the job. Over here, very much about cavalry. Now, last 2 or 3 turns, I've just held back the cavalry just to sort them out, get some leadership in place, and get rid of all the depleted squadrons out the way, and then build up some force. So everything should be organised now, I hope. So they can go. Another lot here. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. What I'd love is to be able to get up. What? What? With Klein as well. With the bloody... Ugh. Roll the dice, didn't go there. Murat. Okay, you know. Yeah, Murat, go on. Finish the job off. Show them how it's done. And we overrun them. Bron, that dashing gentleman in that picture. It looks like he hasn't got involved all battle. He was sort of following up. He was right at the back of the cavalry all this time. And let's see what he can do. Push them back. No, that's not going to work. We'll bring them forwards. Bring these guys forward for next time. And these guys. And them. Over here we've got some chasseurs chevals that can guard cavalry. It's a sorry state, real sorry state. Look at that. Okay, chasseurs chevals not too bad. They sort of survived. That's why they were called the Immortals. Or was that the gendarmes? No, Chester or Chevals, they got involved. So yeah, they're not too bad. And the Grenadier Chevals, but somewhere up here, these ones I'm trying to get back. 53, 70. The poor Mamelukes. Okay, yeah, 3. Oh dear. And the Mamelukes, wherever they are, they're in a bit of a sorry state. And I've got some guns up here. It's there, 20 and 60, so we'll have a go at that bottom stack. Yeah, the Mamelukes took it really bad wherever they are. Have they routed actually? Anyone? Couldn't see them. Let's see what we've got up here. Chester Cheval. Some dragoons there at the rear. Some artillery unlimbered for next time as well. Okay, who can they see? Yeah, what have they got? 80 and Cossack, so top stack. I'm going to go too far forward. Again, I just want to sort my lines out, establish a front line, let artillery do its job for a few turns, and then sort everything out then. Okay, we've got some units there. These are all my low units. I'm just going to get them out of the way a bit. Back over here under cover. That's about all I can do with this turn, I think. So I'll turn them around there. Yeah. Right, having a look at numbers. What have we lost? 8,700. 5,500 cavalry, just over. But look at his numbers, 22,000 men. Almost 10,000 cavalry and 115 guns. So 39 leaders to my 22. So he might improve a bit, start using stuff if he's got anything left. I've got a real feeling, just because we haven't really seen anything. Okay, we haven't been up to his front line. Doesn't seem to have much behind. Leader casualties. Who have we lost? The peace went, as we said before. Anything major? Donier. And Guyot. He was probably our biggest casualty, but he's lost Osterman Tolstoy, Lieutenant General, this guy, Ataman Platov, Captain, C. Seems a lot of points for a captain. He's had a couple of big ones, big losses. There you go. Bagovut, Choplitz. He's had quite a few big losses. So we're definitely winning, that is for sure. Right, I'll send that over to him and get back to you on the flip side.